In the previous session, we looked at introduction to transformation of equations. In that, we saw that there are 4 types of transformations: reflection, scaling, reciprocal, and translation transformation of equations. Now we'll look at them one by one. So reflection transformation. Let's say we have a polynomial f sub n of x. Let alpha 1 to alpha n be the roots. Now, this polynomial can be factored into a sub n times x minus alpha 1 times x minus alpha 2 and so on up to x minus alpha n. Replace x with minus x and simplify. So what are we doing here? If you think of the graph, initially x is, let's say, in the positive side of the x-axis. If we replace it with minus x, what happens? It gets reflected to the negative side. Or if it was originally in the negative side, if we replace it with x with minus x, what happens? Minus minus x. So which means it goes to positive side. So let's substitute f sub n of minus x is equal to a sub naught plus a sub 1 times minus x plus a sub 2 times minus x square and so on, which is equal to a sub n times minus x minus alpha 1 times minus x minus alpha 2 and so on up to minus x minus alpha n. Let's simplify. A sub naught minus a sub 1 x plus a sub 2 x square minus dot plus minus 1 to the power of n times a sub n x n. So we are taking that sign which is alternating throughout as minus 1 to the power of n. So if x is equal to minus alpha I, then RHS becomes 0. So f sub n of minus x is equal to a sub naught minus a sub 1 x plus a sub 2 x square minus dot plus minus 1 to the power of n times a sub n x to the power of n equal to 0. So we have transformed an equation whose roots are alpha 1 to alpha n into an equation whose roots are minus alpha 1 to minus alpha n. Let's look at an example. X cube minus 4x square plus x plus 6 equal to 0. Roots are minus 1, 2, 3. Remember I mentioned that while we are learning the techniques, we will use simple examples. Transforming it by substituting x with minus x, we obtain minus x cube minus 4x square minus x plus 6 equal to 0. Multiplying by minus 1 throughout, we get x cube plus 4x square plus x minus 6 equal to 0. So the roots of this equation are 1, minus 2, minus 3. So look at the roots. Here it is minus 1, here it is 1, 2, minus 2, 3, minus 3. So we have reflected the equation about the y-axis. So notice that these roots are the negatives of the roots of the original polynomial. Replacing x with minus x transforms an equation into another equation whose roots are the mirror reflections of the roots of the original equation about y-axis. Now let's look at the graph. This is the graph of x cube minus 4x square plus x plus 6. Roots are minus 1, 2, and 3. Now let's draw the graph of x cube plus 4x square plus x minus 6 is this. And here the roots are minus 3, minus 2, and 1. So observe that the entire equation has been transformed. The graph confirms that every point, including the roots, has undergone the same transformation. Recollect that Descartes' rule of signs, we had f sub n of x and f sub n of minus x to determine the number of positive and negative roots respectively. Remember this? So there we were transforming the equation using reflection. So which means we have used this reflection transformation previously without realizing. That was a reflection transformation. That's it for now. Bye.